Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Good. I hope today I'm reviewing Memoir Woman by Amouage. I always feel like I need to roll my R's when I say memoir. I don't know why, it just feels right. Every time I talk about this fragrance, which is, you know, not very often at all. But today I am. Anyway, this is a chypre fragrance. Oh, there I am with the rolling of the R's again. It's a chypre. Newsflash, I own a chypre. I never thought I would. I've made no bones about the fact that chypres are my least favourite olfactory group when it comes to fragrances, but this is a modern chypre. This came out in 2010, and oak moss really scares me. I'll just say that right there. I do not like it. It smells like musty, dirty old cupboard. But this one's different. This is an altogether dark affair. This is a bad bitch fragrance. This isn't a go and meet your girlfriend or boyfriend's new parents fragrance. This is a get dressed up and go and kick some arse fragrance. Possibly wearing leather. So this is about the 4th or 5th Amouage fragrance that I've bought. I do plan to buy more. I really like the house. They have a certain feeling about them. They're based in Oman, so a lot of their stuff tends to be quite heavy, and I'm all about the heavy. Are you calling me fat? But yeah, I just love it. I love the shiny box. I love their bottles. They're gorgeous. They sit in their own little velvet thrones. Ooh, Storm Doris has really hit England today and yesterday. Side note, I got drenched through to my underwear this morning on the way to work, so I'm just thankful to be dry right now and smelling fabulous. So yeah, here's the bottle. They just kind of, all of their regular line of fragrances all come in the same shaped bottle. They're just different. This is the black one. You can imagine what it's going to smell like. It's very dark, and I need to tell you the notes. Get ready for these notes because they are amazing. When I read this on paper, I thought, wow, I have to smell that one. It sounds just so overindulgent and amazing. So yeah, let me see what you think. The top notes are mandarin, cardamom, be ready because there's a lot, absinthe, also kind of wormwood is the thing that flavours absinthe. It's kind of a green aniseed-y kind of thing. You know aniseed, right? I love aniseed. Oh gosh, I love it. And pink pepper. And then the heart notes are pepper, again, which I'm guessing must be black pepper because they've already done pink. Maybe it's white, I don't know. But it feels more black peppery than anything. Then you've got clove, opulent white blossoms. I don't know what they are. Rose, then you have jasmine, which is an opulent white blossom anyway in my books, and then precious dark woods, which makes me think there must be some kind of oud in there. They are from Oman. It's a favoured note in the land of Arabia. It's the day of rolling R's. And frankincense. Then the base notes are styrax, which is a benzoin, styrax. They're kind of interchangeable. It's a soft caramel, vanillic kind of note. It's in this, I would say, kind of ignore it anyway. It's not really, you can't smell it. It's probably in there, I'm guessing, for longevity, because it's usually used as something to longevify a fragrance. And then you've got oak moss. The dreaded oak moss. But like I said, thankfully this is a modern chypre. It's not a old cupboard type chypre. Then castoreum, I spoke about that in my last review actually, of Beaver by Zoologist. That's an animalic note that on its own is very scary, but gives a nice depth and kind of warmth to a fragrance as well. Then you have, on top of all of that, leather as well. Labdanum, which gives an ambery feel to a fragrance. Fenugreek, which is a spice used in Indian cooking. It's very heavy. It's one of the strongest, I think. If I eat things with fenugreek in, it comes out of my pores the next day. And then finally, to finish it off, musk. So I'm going to spray it fresh on this hand. I haven't said that for ages. Spray it fresh on this hand. I love the fact that their bottles have a little jewel on the lid. Lyric is another one that I absolutely love. Oh my gosh. Opus 9 wins them all though. So what does this smell like? Well, a lot is the answer. When I first smelled this, and every time I first smell it again when I spray it on, the first thing that hits me really is an incense smoke note, which is why probably I love it, because I love things that smell like incense and deep, opulent richness. And it smells like incense smoke to me. But there is the classic greenery coming, because chypres by nature are very green fragrances. They are moss heavy, green heavy, and rough. And so you've got this kind of wispy incense smoke over the top, but what lies beneath is it feels kind of spiky, rough green character. It's a little bit crisp from this aniseedy type note, but underneath, yeah, it's rough. You can feel the chypre character underneath just waiting to kind of burst out, but it's very complex at first. It's lovely. It feels smoky, smooth smoky, but rough green at the same time. I don't really feel any spice from it as such. I mean, it's not nose tickly like when you smell pepper sometimes. Black pepper is actually quite green smelling anyway, but it does tickle your nose. It's the only note to ever make me go anosmic when I was smelling it from a pure essential oil. That was a very, very scary moment. I thought I'd never smell again. There's frankincense in there as well, which, while incensey, also feels very green. So it's a very dark, kind of think of the darkest jade green you can ever think of in colour. Add some incense to it as well, and then rough it up with some spikiness and some moss greenery kind of notes, and you'll kind of get the feel of it in your head, if you can imagine that. And also add to the fact that they're from Oman, so a lot of their fragrances have an Arabian twist on top of them, or they're just full out Arabian, but this one feels like it's Arabian twist modern chypre. Does that make any sense? I hope so. The woodiness in here is keeping it very crisp as well. Lots of facets going on here, lots. Like I said, there's all these kind of things going on, but you can smell a lot of things straight away. Does it feel ambery? No, but there is a kind of, I don't know where the smoothness is coming from, because it's rough, smooth and smoky all at the same time. That's kind of the beauty of Amouage fragrances. They manage to chuck a lot of stuff at you at once and you kind of don't know where you're going. The dry down is where the chypre character of this fragrance really takes hold. I wore this out recently when I went out to a restaurant that involved dancing at the end, so I thought, okay, that's kind of appropriate, and it was an Indian restaurant, so even more appropriate. I noticed by the end of the night, and which by the way was a very long time later, it lasted. It's an Amouage fragrance. They usually do, but I noticed that the final stages, the dry stages of this, are where it's a lot rougher. The chypre character really takes hold. It is a lot more mossy, and it does go to almost a point of where, for me personally, I'm thinking, wow, this is really chypre-ish. Really chypre-ish. The smokiness of it goes, the kind of, I guess you could call it the swirly exoticness part of it goes, and you're left with the rougher side, so the moss and woods and a kind of rough pepperiness going on. And this, it feels a lot more masculine in the dry down. It was never feminine in the beginning. It does have a masculine edge. I would completely call this unisex, even though it's Memoir woman. This could easily be worn by a man, and this man does. I want to get in it. I want to get inside the bottle. Yeah, just a fantastic fragrance, this one. Yeah, it's on the high price scale, but this is Amouage we're talking about. Their fragrances are expensive, but this one is probably my third favourite out of all of the ones I've smelled of theirs. None of them will beat Opus 9, in my opinion. That's my favourite. But yeah, goes from there to the rougher side. Amazing. I've not smelled anything like this before. So, yay. Anyway, I got mine from Notino at a reduced rate, which I was very, very happy about. My new baby. If you want to go and get it, go to their site, notino.co.uk or .com. I'll put links below. Go and check it out. And yeah, that's it. If you want to click my logo down there to subscribe, I'd be very grateful. I'll see you guys soon for another review. And I have a giveaway winner announcement to do within the next 2 or 3 days. So stay tuned. Goodbye.